Good morning, children. I hope you all are happy, healthy, and fine at your place. Today, we are going to study Class 6, Chapter 7 Geography, our country India. India is a country of vast geographical expanse that will be discussed in this module. Let's understand about India, the country. India has an area of about 3.28 million square kilometer. Its north-south extent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is about 3200 kilometers. It extends east-west from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch over 2900 kilometers. India has a population of 138 billion. It is the second most populous country of the world after China. The lofty mountains, the Thar Desert, the northern plains, the peninsular plateau, east and west coast and island present a diversity of landforms. There is a great variety in climate, vegetation, wildlife, as well as language and culture in India. In this diversity, there is unity. It is reflected in traditions that bind us as one nation. Let us understand about meaning of peninsula. Peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides. For example, in India, Colaba in Mumbai, Florida in USA, and Mexico, etc. They are sometimes called as half islands. Locational setting. India is located in the northern and eastern hemisphere. From south to north, mainland of India extend between 8° 4th north to 37° 6th north latitudes. From west to east, India extends between 68° 7 east and 97° 25 east longitudes. The Tropic of Cancer, 23.5° north, passes almost halfway through the country. Due to great longitudinal extent of about 29 degree causes a wide difference of 2 hours in local time in Gujarat and Arunachal Pradesh. 82.5° east has been taken as the standard meridian of India. Time on this meridian is also termed as the Indian Standard Time. Let us understand about neighboring countries of India. There are 7 countries that share land boundaries with India. Afghanistan and Pakistan are towards west of India. China, Nepal and Bhutan are towards north of India. Bangladesh and Myanmar are towards east of India. Political and administrative divisions of India. India is a vast country. For administrative purposes, the country is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. New Delhi is the national capital. The states have been formed mainly on the basis of languages. Rajasthan is the largest state and Goa is the smallest state in terms of area. The states are further divided into districts. Physical divisions of India. India is marked by a diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coast, and islands. In the north are the lofty snow capped Himalayas. Let us start with the Himalayas. The Himalayas stand as sentinels in the north. Him plus Alya means the abode of snow. The Himalayan mountains are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. The northernmost is the Great Himalayas or Himadri. The world's highest peaks like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga are located in this range. Middle Himalayas or Himachal lies to the south of Himadri. Numerous popular hill stations are situated here such as Mussoorie, Dharamshala, Kullu and Manali. The Shivalik are the southernmost range of the Himalayas. It has several longitudinal valleys called dunes. Dehradun, Patli Dun are some example of these valleys. Let's recognize the three main parallel ranges of the Himalayas on the map of India. Great Himalayas or Himadri, Middle Himalaya or Himachal and Shivalik range. Let us understand about the second physical divisions of India, the Northern Indian Plains. The Northern Indian Plains lies to the south of the Himalayas. They are generally level and flat. These are formed by the alluvial deposits laid down by the rivers the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, Indus and its tributaries. These rivers plains provide fertile land for cultivation. That is the reason for high concentration of population in these plains. The Great Indian Desert. In the western part of India lies the Great Indian Desert, which is also known as the Thar Desert. It is a dry, hot and sandy stretch of land. It has very little vegetation because of lack of moisture and unfavorable weather conditions. Hence, it sports very little population. The Peninsular Plateau. To the south of northern plains lies the Peninsular Plateaus. It is triangular in shape. The relief is highly uneven. This is a region with numerous hill ranges and valleys. Aravali Hills, one of the oldest ranges of the world, border it on the northwest side. The Vindhyas and the Satpuras are the important ranges. The rivers Narmada and Tapi flow through these ranges. These are west flowing rivers that drain into the Arabian Sea. Western and Eastern Ghats mark the western and eastern sides. Western Ghats are continuous, but the Eastern Ghats are broken and uneven. The plateaus is rich in minerals like coal and iron ore. The coastal plains. To the west of the Western Ghats and to the east of Eastern Ghats, the coastal plain lie. The western coastal plains are very narrow. Narmada and Tapi, the only west flowing rivers, drain this coastal plain. The eastern coastal plains are much broader. There are numerous east flowing rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri, which drain water into the Bay of Bengal. They are formed fertile deltas at their mouth. Let's understand about the island groups. Two groups of islands are part of Indian Union. Lakshadweep Islands are located in the Arabian Sea. They are coral islands located off the coast of Kerala. Kavaratti is the capital of the Lakshadweep Islands. The Andaman and the Nicobar Islands lie to the southeast of the Indian mainland in the Bay of Bengal. They are originated from the volcanic eruptions. Port Blair is the capital of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This group of islands were badly affected in the disastrous tsunami of 2004. Ganga Brahmaputra Delta is the largest delta formed by Ganga and Brahmaputra at the head of the Bay of Bengal, known as the Sundarban Delta. The delta is triangular in shape. It is an area of land formed at the mouth of the river where the river enters into the sea. The name Sundarbans is thought to be derived from Sundri, the name of the large mangrove trees that are most plentiful in the area. These forests are one of the richest biodiversity hotspots in India. The Sundarbans National Park was declared as the core area of Sundarbans Tiger Reserve also. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.